All right, I'm on hole number 7 of the Stateside Classics tournament. Tuesday's qualifying round on the Ricky division. Hole number 7. And hole number 7 is Juniper Point. Hole number 7. All right. Now, this is one of those holes down in this area. Okay, let's talk about that area. Here's a flat area, somewhat flat. This is like if you were working in, you got a branch coming up here and you got a branch coming up here, and here's it's like a tree. This is the crotch area, and then it goes up the hill. So it's almost like the Enterprise, right? So here's the saucer section, and then it breaks off from the nacelles back here, and then it goes back and it's got its little thing, and we're right here, right there. And so there's a flat area, so it goes like this. Here's what the terrain looks like. You're flat, and then you got the hill, this hill coming up, this hill coming up, and then you're on the green. So it's like, and then you're on the green. Well, this hill right here is also shaped like this. It's a bowl, right? It's high here, and it's high here, and it bowls down, and there's a channel that runs right through the middle. And so in your landing zone down here, even though you're trying to get on the flat as much as you possibly can, there isn't a spot that's absolutely flat. Something's running in this direction or something's running in this direction. And so if you hit a little bit to the left, it actually makes the end of your ball guide waggle. And you'll actually, if you hit it great to the left, you'll end up great to the right. And if you hit it great to the right, you'll end up great to the left. And so what happens here a lot where people will make a mistake is they're hitting great to the left. And so they're like, hey, I need to pull it back over this way. And they're actually compounding it. So the next time they take the shot, they're like, shit, man, it seems like I'm even farther off. And so that's one of those things where when you move it down here back and forth, watch your ball guide tail, and it'll waggle the opposite direction. And so there's a little funnel that's through there. And if you can I've hit it great to the right, and I got it to go in. And I did a wind, so in this round, we're getting tailwind. And I did a wind adjustment, and I did a 10% wind adjustment, which in this kind of wind meant that I over pulled in this direction. So that means that I would miss to the left if we didn't have to do the wind adjustment. And then I hit it great to the right, and it went in. So that tells me that I probably, with this kind of wind, don't have to do a wind adjustment. And I tried that, and I hit perfect in it. I don't think I hit it perfect. So I'm going to try this without doing any wind adjustment because we have tailwind. But if we have a side wind, I'm probably going to change my tune, because the last time we played this in a tournament, we had a wind that was blowing like this, and we were doing a 10% wind adjustment. And I think we played in a tournament where it was, I think almost every tournament we've played, the wind's always been blowing in this direction. So we will see. I'm going to bring a sniper, and I'm going to bring a navigator. Sniper and a navigator. Sniper and a navigator. If I need anything other than that, I'm in big trouble. Let's clear a slot. Oh, those cost more to open too. Let's see, it had 30 comments, 38 comments. I guess it does have a little bit more, because normally those 2 or 3 chests will have combined maybe 20 to 25 comments. So right there was 60, 70 some odd comments. So we are getting a little bit of a boost in those, but I don't like the fact that they take longer to open. That means we have to pay more gems to open up those chests. And you always want to play with an empty slot. At least one. If you're a replay person, if you hit replay all the time, you want to play with at least 2. If you like to replay people all the time, you always want to start, like if you're starting the day off and you've got 4 empty slots, or you've got a silver going, or you got a gold almost done, you're trying to work it so you get 4 golds before you go to bed. Next day you get up, you go to work, you can open up that one, and by the time you get back to playing, if you play in the evenings, or even if you're playing throughout the day, you always have slots available, maximizing your what you're getting. So my opponent's doing the move. There's a bunch of different ways to go at this. I'm seeing a lot of people do the rough bump from over here, and they're doing this rough bump, and I love rough bumps. And I think if you're doing especially if you're playing from the Pro Tees, the rough bump is absolutely the way to go because it takes that secondary wind effect. I like playing from the bottom down here. I've had a couple tournaments in a row where I had super success on this hole and then something changed. I don't want you to pan all the way up on me. I'm going to move it slightly so that I'm right centered. It's about 1.5. Just going right at the hole, 3-2. I'm just going to do a straight up wind adjustment. No extra. There's 3. 2. Hit it great to the right. I've hit this hole 3 times and hit it great to the right 3 times. Not doing any wind adjustment on there, pulled it off. So it's almost like it's uphill, so it's a minus. Where we're hitting down at the bottom might still be uphill from where we're at. It's almost like we need to take off maybe 5%. Because I was definitely aimed right at the center of the cup. And I don't like doing that stuff where you aim off the center of the cup. Sometimes you have to do that because your shot's just like right on the edge so you can move it over to the other side of the cup. Dang it. Let me make a note here. I'm going to do 0. I'm going to do minus 5%. Minus 5%. I'm going to circle that. I'll go back and watch that one more time and make sure that that was right. Or if I needed to... I'll go back and watch that in the next round. I'll have a little bit better. But that hole right there, I'm going to put an asterisk by that hole because I want to go back and watch that video. Because I think I'm right there. I'm right there at it. I hit the grate to the right. The very first time I caught this hole, I did this hole in the practice round using the practice tokens. I hit a hole-in-one on a grate to the right, and I did the 10% adjustment. So it's right there. So now I'm trying to work it backwards so that I can hit a perfect. I don't want to try and hit this grate to the right. Although I've played it 3 times and I've hit a grate to the right all 3 times. There you have it. That's the truth. All right. That was hole number. Nobody won a chest. Nobody won a chest. I'm going to complain about that every single time. Nobody won a chest. That was hole number 7 of the Stateside Classic Tournament, Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.